Are we live yet?
Yeah, we are live.
Awesome. Well, this is cool. Hey, everyone. This is Jim. You're coming to my office right now. This is where I work every day. Pretty cool stuff. And we're going to be doing some cool training today, some Facebook training, showing you a new tool for Google Hangouts, some social media tools that you've probably never seen before. And I'm learning right along with you with some people that I really trust and know really well. One of them is Jim Orr, who many of you probably already know, and I'm not going to do a real extensive bio on these folks, but they'll be introducing themselves a little bit more here in a minute. And we've got several people who are still just joining us, so we're kind of ramping up slow here. One of the questions I know a lot of people have is this being recorded? We've had about 100 people ask that. Yes, we're recording this, so you can get this recording if you have to step away for some reason or whatever later. But some of the people you see right now on your screen, let me just talk about them for a minute. We've got Jim Moore, who I mentioned. I've known him for a very long time. He's a big part of Offline Biz, which if you've ever been over to offlinebiz.com, I know many people joining us today are members there. He's played a huge role there. He's out in San Diego. He helps me stay up to date on all the cool stuff coming out of the internet tech hub that San Diego is. And he's worked real close with a lot of really big hitters, and he's been through my coaching, and we've been partners way back to the eBay days, probably 10, 12 years now. So you'll hear from him. You're also going to hear from Mr. Trainer, and he's new to me, but I've got a little bio here. I can just tell you guys a little bit about him. He's got 31 years experience in corporate finance and capital formation. Since the age of 21, he was the youngest owner-operator of a full-service investment banking firm. He's dealt with hundreds of millions of dollars in budgets. He's an angel investor, IPOs, mergers, that sort of thing. So when something catches his eye and gets his attention, he gets excited about it. It's worth paying attention to. I've gotten to know him a little bit. He's one of the good guys, you know, and hopefully coming from me that means something, because it takes a lot to get on my radar, as you guys well know if you've been in my audience for a while. He assists entrepreneurs in the areas of capital formation, raising equity capital, crowdfunding, and internet technology, obviously. We can just think of him as an entrepreneur's best friend. Okay, so he'll be introducing himself a little bit more here in a moment as well. But I think what I'm going to do at this point, I got to tell you who Jerry is, sorry. Jerry's the guy, hi Jerry, behind 22 Social, which is kind of the tool we're using right now to create this cool event. And we'll explain a little bit more about that. So there's two things we're talking about today. Facebook, using it as a marketing tool, and the 22 Social app and how it's kind of using Google Hangouts in a way that you've probably never seen before, and we've got an expert here on that as well. So hold on tight, take good notes, ask good questions just below the video. There's an area, if you jump over on Facebook, you can just interact live with us right now as this is happening if you're watching it live. If you're watching the recording, still send us in your questions. We're happy to help you out. But today, Thursday the 19th, this is live. So let's go, man. How about you take it off from here, Greg, and let's get some content rolling.
Very cool, very cool. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate your trust. I appreciate your words of endorsement there. And this stuff is just so cool, and I'm just loving life. I'm here in Southern California. We actually have some clouds today, so I'm looking out the window here, and it's like we don't normally have clouds. But I always want to start off by saying I'm a huge respecter of people's time. And I want to say thank you for you watching right now and taking time out of your valuable day to do this, because it's valuable, and my time is valuable, and Jim's time is valuable. And we're not doing this because we just want to have fun. We want to share with you guys some really cool ideas, some strategies, some tactics, and some new software that we have that can really make a difference in your life and in your business if you use it and you implement these strategies and tactics in the software. Now, the other thing I want to promise you, what you learn today, you can use without our software, without anything. We're going to show you stuff and teach you strategies that you can use with or without our software. Now, our software is going to help you speed that up and kind of do that kind of stuff. But the bottom line is you can do this. We're going to give you value today. Now, the other thing, too, is as we start to demo this live software that's coming up soon, we also are going to ask for you to tell us, hey, what's your business? What do you want us to search? And we're going to do a live lead generation demo for you. So keep that in mind. That's coming up in just a few minutes as well. And Jerry, did you want to mention anything else that we can suggest the guys do as we get going, since how you're the Hangout Facebook Pro?
No, I think you covered everything. You know, if they're simulcasting along with us, you know, for anybody who's watching, if you like what you're seeing at any time, you can hit the recommend button at the top of the screen, Google Plus, tweet it out. Or if you like 22 Social at any time, you can get 22 Social from the page you're watching it on by clicking the link all the way at the bottom of the page. I guess that's just, the basics, and I'm excited to get started and see what we, you come up with here, Greg. I know we got a lot of new, fresh ideas, and I'm dying to brainstorm with everybody on the line and give away all these secrets. So let it rip.
That's so cool. No, and again, I know Jim's got hundreds and hundreds of people that are watching this right now. We've got people on my page watching it, and maybe not right this second, but by the end of this, you're going to want this 22 Social app, because when we show you what it does and how it works, and how it works with our software in particular, is pretty advanced and pretty cool, and it's new. And so I promise you, we're going to teach you some stuff that you just have never seen before. So with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go through a couple of PowerPoint slides. And so let me share my screen real quick. Start screen share. And this tool that I'm getting ready to show you was birthed out of a need that we had for business development, because companies fail. Really, companies fail. Like I literally have a file cabinet full of stock certificates of bad investments that I've made, right? Investments that went sour over the years. And as I look at that, I go, why do these companies fail? They fail for two reasons, in my opinion, right? And I'm a pretty opinionated guy. Management and marketing. Right? Bad management, bad marketing, you don't have a chance to survive. So again, coming back to why your time here is, you're spending your time to learn some strategies, some tactics that can help you succeed in business, and that's what this is all about. So here's what I want to do. In the next few minutes, we're going to demo this secret software that we created that you've never seen before, and people have been using this software and these strategies to make some pretty big money online. And then we're going to share with you a number of strategies on how to leverage this software to make some serious money online, day after day, week after week, month after month. And one of the things that I'm always pitching and always promoting is small things done consistently over long periods of time guarantee results. Focus, consistency.
Hey, Greg?
Yeah.
Hey, Greg, you're showing your desktop. Why don't you let us see you?
Are you seeing the PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing it.
Yeah. I'm just going to go through a few PowerPoint slides, and I'm going to go to the demo.
Oh, okay. I thought you. All right.
Well,
All right.
before you go forward, let me just say a couple things based on what you just said. For those of you who haven't been a part of my audience very long, or you're not that familiar with me yet, you may not realize this. Those of you who've been around a while, you'll probably recognize this fact. I've never promoted anything in regards to social media, Facebook, Twitter, all the tools, all the courses, all the programs. I get a dozen across my desk probably weekly, maybe not quite that many, but a lot. And that's been the case for 4 years. But when I saw this, I decided it was time to bring something to my audience, because I saw the power of it. I listened to the stories that Greg's about to tell you now. I've heard several of them, and it's very impressive stuff. So I just wanted to couch it with my endorsement of, this is some cool stuff. This isn't just a random product that I just finally decided to promote. I've kept about 150 things out of your guys' radar up to this point. And these two tools combined together are very interesting to me, especially that we're demoing kind of simultaneously here. So I just wanted to get everyone up to speed on my where I stand on these products that you're about to see today.
Very cool. Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Craig.
Okay, so going back real quick, and we want to reveal to you how to mine Facebook for the biggest and best leads. Now, when I say the biggest and best leads, and we use these copywriting type words, let me give you a foundation for that. As an investment banker and as a guy that builds businesses, invests in businesses, what do we want to do? We want the best ROI. We want the best return on investment on our time and money. And like Jim just alluded to, there's hundreds of ways to make money on Facebook. I mean, literally, Facebook is the biggest golden pot there is, right? But then you say to yourself, how can you do this, and what's the best ROI? And this is what we've come up with, in my opinion. And again, we're very opinionated people, and that there's no, to me this is the holy grail, but it's just another strategy, and depending on your business, your philosophy, and what you're doing, it may or may not be for you. Well, that's okay, right? We do know that this software works for any business, any product, any service, and it's so simple an 8-year-old could run this software. That's what's really cool about it. And then I want to start sharing some case studies with you, and we're going to show you some case studies showing you exactly how people have used these strategies to make upwards of $1,000 a day, okay? Including a 26-year-old kid who closed a deal worth over $150,000, right? And another one where a lady used this software to drive immediate traffic to a website, geniusmoms.com, and she was looking for guest bloggers to blog for her at that website, and she picked up about 77 guest bloggers in about 3 weeks using the software. But before I show you this, I want to cover a couple facts. Fact number one, don't need to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Facebook is the gold mine on the internet with over 1 billion users. And here's what I like about it, right, is everybody is segmented for us, right? Highly qualified, highly targeted leads. And this is the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? The fact that we all have Facebook accounts, we're on Facebook, and we like things, and we tell people what school we went to, and we share what songs we like and what books we like. Facebook is collecting all that information and segmenting us for us. So for marketers, it's great. For privacy, it's the worst thing ever, right? Because you're giving up everything there is. But from a marketer, we now know 1 billion people are segmented, and we can find highly targeted, highly qualified leads using Facebook. And Facebook search functions are weak at best. Now, they recently came out with Facebook Graph, and it's better than it was, but you just can't find what I'm getting ready to show you with Facebook. It just can't do it. Just can't be done.
And then while you're straightening that out, Greg, showing us the right window there, I want to give you a little bit of my Facebook philosophy why I haven't promoted anything yet to date, and that's because I'm using it successfully just kind of organically. I've grown my audience. I've got people following me. I'm just kind of like hanging out in a social group, and that's all I've done so far. And that's kind of good enough for a lot of folks. But there are some power tools that we want to show you today that can take you to that next level. And someone just asked the question, Roxanne, is this going to be complex? No, this isn't complicated stuff. Facebook is simple stuff. It's the online equivalent of going to a party and hanging out and talking to people and learning more about them and asking good questions and making people glad they met you instead of trying to avoid you because you're always selling something, for example. Facebook isn't complicated. But Greg, you got it ready to go, man?
I think so. Do you see? Let me cover a couple of very important points. What
That's it.
Not?
That's what we see.
Okay. Let's just talk. It's not a mass automation spam tool. We don't believe in spam. We would never do anything like that.
I wouldn't endorse it if it was spam. There's absolutely no way.
And it's not a black hat marketing software. We use Facebook through our APIs as an API developer to write these programs to better access our tools, and it works. Now, the other thing, this is not Facebook advertising. Like there's a big push on the internet right now for Facebook advertising, and I believe in it. I think it's great for you, those of you who have budgets and you're really serious about it. But this is not the Facebook advertising. Okay, it's not a UID scraper. This is going to cost you nothing to implement and use the software if in fact you feel like this is something you want to own. It basically, what it does is it allows you to search through Facebook's millions of fan pages for highly targeted fan page owners that want you to message them. Right, fan page owners that want you to message them. And I'm going to share with you in a minute why that is so important. And by the way, I did a search. I Googled this and I said, what's the value of a fan on Facebook? Right? What's the value of a fan on Facebook? And I came up with I found this research that they just came out with, and this was very impressive to me. This is literally 2 months old, and it said the value of a fan for brands, across brands, was an average of $174.17. So that seems crazy to me, that maybe us, but when you look at the Disneys and the Levi's and the Walmarts and the BMWs, there's a value that they can put on these things based on the engagement, the coupons, the people coming to the store. Believe me, they're spending tons of money, and they came up with this $174 per fan. And look, like BMW, it's $1,613.11. Walmart's $834.76, and Target $618. So the question is, why is that, and how do you get in front of those? It is that because they've stood up and they've raised their hand, and you know who those raving fans are. You can communicate with them, and the reason is they're spending 2-3 hours a day on Facebook, and you can get in front of them, you can share stuff with them, you can get feedback from them, and it just is a whole nother level of engagement on what's going on with marketing and that kind of stuff. So let me go ahead. Let me dive into a live demo now. Let me see. So I'm logged in to our members area, and the software is hosted in a password protected members area. And when you get here, there's a settings tab, and you're going to want to click on to log into Facebook. We also have the ability to export these leads into a PDF or a CSV file. Help, where we have training and support and become an affiliate, and then back to the members page. Now, because both Jim and Jim started off on eBay, I typed in eBay and I told it I want 500 results, and let me show you these results. Now, can you guys see that okay, or should I maybe enlarge my screen a little bit?
I can see it fine.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so now what it's done is it's pulled up 500 Facebook fan pages over here on the left-hand side. It tells me what category they're listed in, and here it shows me how many likes that fan page has, and then it also tells me how many people are talking about it. And then over here, remember I said they want you to message them? As a fan page owner, you can turn off your private message or you can leave it on. If it's left on, this shows up as a yes. Now, the basics of this is I can click on eBay Global over here, and it will launch another window and take me to that fan page. Okay, so see, it took me to that fan page. Or if I click on the yes over here, it will launch another window and take me to the private message box where I can private message that fan page owner. Right? So we're saving time by doing that. So the first thing we've done is we're saving time by finding the top 500 fan pages for the keyword eBay. We can find out how many likes they have, and then we can sort this. Like I'm going to click on talking about, and you're going to see it just sorted about the engagement. Now there's different strategies. Do I want more likes? Do I want few likes? Do I want engagement? Do I want talking about? And this is the information we want.
And to be clear, Greg, if we went over to Facebook and just tried to search, we wouldn't get anywhere near, if anything, relevant to these types of results, right? I know you're going to get to that, but I just want to point out the obvious at this point. You're not going to get anything that looks like this at all if you go to Facebook and try to find people interested in eBay as a big general topic.
No, and again, if I type in eBay, it takes me here, and then I got to go, how do I do that? And I got to go down here to see more results, and then I got to tell it what I want. And now it shows me some results, right? And as I want people, pages,
but you can't
groups.
sort them by how many fans they have, by how many likes they have,
no,
how many people are talking about it.
No.
And it quickly gets into posts made by people on that topic. Right. Yeah. Their search tool is awful, basically.
It is.
I just wanted to make that point early on.
And it's actually better than it was. And let me point something out that we brought this up. From going back to the ROI. If somebody says to you, Greg, go start a fan page, go start marketing it, go start getting people, get a lot of likes, okay, that's a strategy. But what if I could find a fan page that already has millions of likes, joint venture with them, and then get them to help me out or do something with me or post on my behalf? That's the best way to do it. I've joint ventured with companies like DreamWorks, multi-billion-dollar company, Miss America organization, Time Inc. And I'm telling you, it's much better financially, much faster to get where you want to go when you're joint venturing with somebody who's already got an audience, already has a trusted brand, and already can do that. So you go back and even look at some of these likes down here, like eBay Motors, and eBay's maybe not a good example, but you got to. From here's one example. Everybody who's liked these pages, they're some form of eBay fan, right? So if you market training to eBay or doing something, that these people are eBay fans. And if they're talking about it, they're a raving fan because they're actually engaged in a conversation on that particular fan page. So let me show you case study number 1, right? So there's a website named godfruits.com that this 26-year-old kid, and I'm going to tell you who that kid was soon, he created this website, and it was a faith-based website, and at the time, Mike Huckabee was not involved in this website, okay? Now Mike Huckabee is an owner in this website and involved in this website, and it's a faith-based website designed to inspire people, motivate people, and provide a faith-based newsletter, okay? So he's like, how can I get and drive lots of traffic to this website? How can I get people to opt into our newsletter? And how can I put this on steroids? So he said, well, what if we could search for fan pages that are Jesus fans, right? So I type in Jesus, I tell it 500 results, and bam, look what comes up in a matter of seconds. I got 500 results, 23 million likes, 6 million people engaged in this conversation. Jesus loves you, 5.7 million likes, 1 million people engaged in the conversation. 5 million likes, 5.1 million, 4.6 million, 4.27 million. Now again, these people that own these fan pages are not internet marketers, right? They're promoting their faith, they're involved in their faith, and by going to them and asking them to partner and drive traffic, it's not hard. And because it's like-minded, and Facebook has sorted them for us, this 26-year-old kid was able to get a joint venture with some of these fan pages, and through that ended up selling the website that he had that was literally 3 or 4 months old for like $150,000. And because they were so impressed with the strategy of using this tool and joint venturing with people, they then brought him on as a consultant at $5,000 a month. He's been being paid $5,000 a month for a year, so that's another 60 grand. And they also allowed him to keep a percentage of ownership of the company. And then they brought in Mike Huckabee, which is a nationally recognized name. He ran for president. And so now this 26-year-old kid is actually business partners with Mike Huckabee and Mike Huckabee's son. This website now gets about 10 to 15,000 visitors a day. They have over 150,000 people that have opted into their database, and it's generating about $9,000 a month just in AdSense ads. Pretty cool, huh? Now, let's take that to a different situation. Let me pull up a slide. I'm gonna maybe avoid showing the slides because that didn't seem to be working that good, but I'll just tell you. So let's say a case study of soccer. So there's a guy that had a soccer program, and he went and found all of the soccer websites. So I type in soccer, and you can see again instantly I come back with 500 fan pages. Of the top fan pages have something to do with soccer. Look at this: 20 million likes, 19 million likes, 14 million likes, 9 million likes, 3 million likes. And then the engagement of these, and then you can see a number of these, literally it's usually about 90%, still allow you to private message the fan page owner. Now you might be saying, yeah, are they going to answer? They probably get a million questions. Well, not everyone's going to answer your private message, but if you learn how to communicate properly, you have something of value and good to offer, and you know what to do and how to say it, they will respond to you. It happens every day to us. It happens every day to people using the software.
Greg, let me interject something here. My audience has heard me mention many times a three-way win, and I put that in the context of finding a gatekeeper, finding someone who can get you in front of the audience that you're trying to reach. Because people are already gathered in groups, we know that, and your tool exposes exactly where those groups are and exactly how big they are. Well, once you've identified the group, you find the gatekeeper, the people in charge of doing all the hard work it took to get those millions of fans to like their page, and then you present a three-way win. Here's how I want you to win, here's how I want your audience to win, and here's how I win. And if you can create those, the hard part's been done for you, finding the gatekeepers with the audiences. Facebook has done that for us. It's created all these groups. So I just wanted to interject that kind of 10,000-foot view picture here to maybe connect some dots for people that have, maybe they've read my blog or heard me talk in that language before. This is the missing piece that's so hard to find.
Oh, that was well said. That was awesome. So look at this. So now I just clicked on Adidas soccer, right? Adidas soccer, 14 million likes, 372,000 people talking about it. Now here's another strategy that you can use. You don't need this tool to do this, right? You can go find these on your own. The tool just speeds things up. But look at Adidas soccer. Adidas soccer actually allows me to make a post on their fan page. Now not all fan pages allow you to do this, but they do. Now, when I make a post on their fan page, it's not going to be sent out to the news feed of all the people that like that fan page. The only people that are going to see the post that I might make on this are the people that are looking at this fan page right now, which is probably very, very few. But even with this many millions of fans, you get some traffic. So the strategy is you find posts that have a lot of engagement on them. They have a lot of people liking it. They have a lot of people sharing it. Like, look at this one. 2,152 people have liked this, 64 shares, and 69 comments. So now what happens is if I make a comment on this post, those 69 people get a notification up here in the notification bar where that number 32 is, that I've made a comment on that post, and if it's a good post and it sounds good, they might come read my post. And then just like Renee's here and just like Jerry's here, my name shows up, my picture shows up, they can hover over my name and they can come to my page, right? That's what you call getting involved and getting engaged on somebody else's fan page. Now again, you can't come here and just start spamming. Here's my link and here's this and here's that. You need to come to a pages. You need to get involved in the conversation. You need to provide value. You need to provide advice. And then as you do that, you can then seed in and drop in your offers and what you're doing. Now the guy that did this with soccer, and you want to make a comment, anybody on that?
Yeah, could I?
Yeah.
When you're commenting there, and if you put, like, as a person, if I comment as my personal profile, I have 22 Social as my place of business where I work. So when I comment, it's going to say Jerry Rocco, founding partner at 22 Social, and it's going to have my name. So I'm going to get that branding if I post with my personal profile. But I can also log into Facebook and use Facebook, more or less. That's the proper term. Use Facebook as my fan page. So I can post on these pages as my fan page. So I don't even have to use my personal profile. I can post as my fan page with, like Greg said, useful, relevant, transparent, unique content that drives people, that makes people want to discover more about you. Doesn't push them, it pulls them. Thank you.
And again, no, that's awesome, Jerry. And again, we're not going to get into all the intricacies of that, but that's our training in the members area of how to do that and what that's all about. But just conceptually, we want to make sure you guys get these concepts, because what you do is you get involved in these conversations. Now, in this case study, a gentleman did this. He had a soccer training course for $47, an information product. He for 12 days he got involved in these various conversations on these various fan pages that have to do with soccer, and then he started seeding out and putting out his offer. He made 92 sales and generated $4,328 in revenues. Now let me give you another one. I like this one. So let's go back over here. This lady had a tea product, and so I'm going to type in tea. And I'm going to add coffee to it because we know that a lot of tea people are coffee and coffee or tea. And I hit go. And what she did is she found these fan pages that had lots of likes, lots of engagement for tea and coffee. And she found, look at all the fans. Every one of these fans, they're fans of coffee, they're fans of tea, and it breaks it down for us, just like Jim just said. It sorts them for us and puts them out there. And these are raving fans. And what she did for 6 days, she went and used that same strategy. She got involved in the conversations on that fan page and answered questions, made comments, asked some questions, got some engagement, and then she said she had a specialty tea and she'd like to get some people to give it a try, and she was willing to offer free samples as long as they paid shipping and handling. So she did that. She got now this is a 6-day, she did this for 6 days. She got 526 requests for a free sample.
Wow.
And then when they paid for her free sample, the shipping and handling, she had a one-time upsell for $99 for her tea. She had 46% conversion, generated 242 sales, and generated $20,078 in revenues.
Let me make a comment for people who are saying maybe, and I don't know why I don't pop up. I mean, when I talk, my face doesn't show up big. I'm okay with that, but everyone else, they show up in the middle of the screen. But I want to make a point right here. Maybe you don't have your own product, and I know at Offline Biz we teach people how to help other people, how to help other businesses. You don't have to look very far to find people who are trying to promote something themselves, a book, their business, a product, etc. Everyone's confused about how to market. So don't just apply what we're learning here to your own business right now. Think a little bigger than that. Any business could benefit from this. And if you can show quick results and get a fan page rocking with hundreds or thousands of fans based on some interaction with some other popular fan sites on Facebook, that's huge. That's very valuable. That's worth thousands of dollars, like the kid in the story, $5,000 a month to do this type of stuff. So don't just limit yourself to your business right now as you're seeing these examples. Don't sit there waiting for him to talk about your business. This applies to any business where people might be gathering in groups to discuss and hang out and talk about related topics.
No, that's exactly right. And so, and again, that leads me right into the next case study. And so the next case study was a golf guy, and he got that advice that he should build a fan page and he should get people engaged and he should do all that kind of stuff. And it took him 9 months, and he had 9,500 fans on his fan page after 9 months, right? And he wasn't making any money. He wasn't monetizing it. It just wasn't working for him. And so he kind of looked at this and found all the golf fan sites and started getting engaged on multiple, not just one, multiple fan pages, talking about golf, talking about what's going on. And he used this. And the next thing you know, he got in front of 800,000 golfers, built up a big email database, increased his fan page like fourfold in like a 2-month period of time, which it took him 9 months to do, and now he makes money every month. It just works, right? That strategy just works. Now, you just said something I want to pull up too. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to create a case study for my book. So let's see if I type in crowdfunding, and I hit go. My book is just done. I have to get a professional editor to edit it, and then I'm going to self-publish it, and then I'm going to use this tool and these strategies to get Amazon bestseller status, right? So I typed in crowdfunding. I got 500 results. I know all these fan pages are involved with startups and crowdfunding and the Jobs Act and all forms of that kind of stuff. I know who's liking them. I know who's engaged them. I'll have my virtual assistant. I'll write some copy. I'll private message these people. I'll offer free things, and then I'll do some free webinars. I'll do some not webinars. I don't do webinars anymore. See my language, right? We're hangouts. We're doing hangouts now.
Hangouts. There we go.
We'll do some hangouts, and then we'll get everyone to go buy from Amazon.com. And I believe, and if everyone who hangs around long enough, you'll know in a couple months, was I able to do it? Because I'm going to use this tool to promote my book, right? And sales of my book. And I'll offer stuff like, here, go get the first 3 chapters for free. And then we'll here, go to Amazon and buy it. And it's just simple strategy. But again, look at Facebook has sorted everybody for me. And then let me show you one other thing. So crowdfunding is 1 word. Now I'm going to do crowdfunding as 2 words. I just put a space. I'm going to hit go. And now I'm going to find, now here's 185 pages, right? So it's a little bit different keyword, a little bit different thing, and then we're not going to get into keyword training on this, but keywords is where it's really at. And when you use keyword tools and you use different things, you can use one keyword which will lead you to another keyword of your same target audience, right? And you got to find out where they're hanging out. This is going to show you where they hang out, and then you leverage various strategies to engage them in what you're doing.
Hey, Greg, and another thing just to kind of, for people that kind of want to flip this around, that if you're a social media marketer, you can find pages that don't have that many likes. Find businesses that only have, 20 likes or, 10 people talk about them, and you can go to them and say, hey, I can help you. I'm a social media marketer.
No, that's a good one, and let me give you an example of that, a real one of that. Let's say you do local, like Jim's audience. Everyone does local business marketing, right? So let's say you have a pest control, and let's say you did a in your own city locally, right? And you created articles, and you created videos, and you created strategies, you created autoresponders, and you created Facebook fan pages, and you did all the stuff that makes that local pest control valuable and their business going. And you're going, okay, how can I just take this work I've done for this one client and let me go sell it to 10 other pest control companies around the country so it doesn't hurt my client at all? So I type in pest control Florida, FL, and I hit go. Right now, let's see how many we get with doing that. So I got 193 pest control companies in Florida, right? And you can scroll down, and if I sort by likes, it shows me how many, just like Jim Orr just said. Look at all these pest control companies that have a fan page. They went to the trouble to create a fan page. They got 0 likes and 0 talking about.
They need help. Yeah, approach them with a plan, right?
Right, and you can message them, and believe me, their Facebook inbox is not filled up with messages when they have 1 like and 0 engagement on their fan pages. So literally, and here's what we do. I have a virtual assistant. I have a strategy that I come up with like this. I write the copy. I make sure in my copy for private messaging that includes my name, my personal email address, and my phone number. Dear so-and-so, we came across your fan page. We noticed that you are in the pest control business. We specialize in pest control. My name is Greg Ryder. Here's my website. Here's my phone number. And if you're open to it, I'd like to have a 15-minute phone conversation with you about how we can really take your pest control online marketing to a whole new level. If you're interested, please call me. Please check me out. And you message him. So I give that to my virtual assistant, and I tell her, she actually logs on to my Facebook account, because you have to do this from your Facebook account. You can't do this from some bogus, setup. This is real people, real communication. And I have her do 10 to 15 a day, no more, no less. But I do it consistently, like every day, as we're doing a strategy. And I promise you, people are doing this. It works. You get 2 or 3 people responding, and it just starts to compound itself, and it works. It just works.
Hey, Greg, I have another idea too. Or there's actually a couple of questions I can address as well. Can I have a minute?
Sure.
Please. Okay, there's the question in there, actually, it says about, how do I use this for local business? And maybe they're targeting local business, trying to find them to do services for them, but maybe they are like, let's say just like a local restaurant. Let's just take downtown San Diego. I'm a local restaurant in downtown San Diego. How does your tool help me? I mean, I'm sure you have some ways, but my first reaction is if I'm a restaurant in local downtown San Diego, I'd probably try to find, the Chamber of Commerce. I'd try to find other local businesses in my area. So, and you can search by location, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
so now I can go approach like an office building that's just right around the corner and say, "Hey, you didn't know about our lunch. How about this? How about you post on your wall for us, and we'll give you a $50 gift certificate." Maybe that post isn't worth the $50, but it's more than that. You're giving them $50 and introducing them to your restaurant. You're bringing them into your restaurant and creating that relationship with them. But it's a lot easier to find those pages to strategically give out gift certificates and also partner with them for them to get your word out. Does that make sense?
No, that's a great strategy. There's just so many. I don't know that we're going to be able to share them all, but that's one that we did with the Godfruits campaign. Is you pay people to post on their fan page. Now, again, let me see if I can make this make sense for everybody. When you have a fan page and you have 100,000 people or 1,000,000 people, and I make a post as the fan page owner on that fan page.
I call you the gatekeeper, if
Right.
the terminology I use. Yeah.
So the gatekeeper, right? And I make that post by Facebook's own admission, only 16% of all of my fans are going to see that post on their fan page, which is why we have promoted posts, right? It's their way to monetize stuff. Now, we used to, you go back a year ago, 2 years ago, you'd get 70 to 80% would show up on their news feed, right? So therefore, you literally as a fan page owner could post the same exact post 5 times a day, and it would show up and you'd get that 16% 5 times, and you might get everyone to see it. So fan page owners need ideas to monetize their fan page. So we went to them and said, hey, look, we will pay you to post this post on your fan page coming from you. And it might be an image, it might be my software to protect kids, it might be, hey, here's this really cool thing. I have this one presentation called theinterviewwithgod.com, and we pay people to promote. And I've done that, and I think the most I paid was $200 to a post, and it drove like 5,000 people in less than like 6 hours to the website.
Well, here's a question. I haven't run this past you previously, but you're familiar with ClickBank, right?
Yes.
They've got a marketplace there. They've got some incredibly useful, cool products there in all kinds of different niche markets. As I'm brainstorming here, why couldn't you find the ones that look solid, have a good offer, go to the Facebook groups where the gatekeeper talks about that topic all the time and say, hey, I'll give you $50 to post this, and point it to your affiliate link? I mean, is there any reason why you couldn't do that?
No, that's exactly what we're doing, and that's kind of actually a good segue. I see that we're like 45 minutes into this hangout, and I want to get into part 2 of this hangout. So let me do this. First of all, everybody watching us on Facebook, if you're liking this, can you do me a favor? Go ahead and go underneath the hangout just for a second. Let's take a 15, 30-second break. Go underneath this hangout and write something, whatever your feelings and thoughts are. Killer content, love the strategies, this is awesome software, blah, 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 blah. And then if you got your little chat going, invite a couple friends, because we're still going to go. We got some part 2 of this, and it's going to get right into affiliate marketing and how you can use these tools to do that. So go ahead, type some stuff in there, and then the rest of you guys like some of their other posts. Let them know that you're seeing it. So I see Mary made a comment, Earl made a comment, Rich made a comment. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. That's awesome. So let's do this too. So if you feel that this software is something that you could add to your arsenal and you can put it to work for you, underneath here is an add to cart button, and it's $97. Right? We've talked about it around our office, and we're like, what could we sell this for, and what should we do this for? And we kind of came up with a conclusion it's worth $500, right? We thought this is a $500 software program, right? There's just one sale, just one strategy could return your investment just like that. And we've proven that.
It should be a monthly subscription, because you guys are going to improve it, add content. You've got more training you told me you're going to be putting in there soon. It's going to only get better, but you're charging a one-time fee. That's way too low. It should be, and I wouldn't surprise me a bit if you guys go to a monthly billable model on this thing eventually. But for right now, it really is a steal.
That's coming, and we're going to do that, and we just wanted to get people using it. We wanted to get testimonies. We wanted to kind of get this stuff going. But so here's what you get for your $97. You're going to get training, keywords and categories, Facebook wall posting strategies, private messaging strategies. There's all kinds of training that goes along so you can start accomplishing your goals right away once you do that. But we're doing another special today, and we have another thing that we're adding to this, and we're going to go into that now. So if you got to get going, you want to do it, you can do it now. But if you hang tight, we're going to show you some other stuff, and then I got a killer bonus that I want to throw in with everybody for hanging with us for this long hangout and going with us. So at the end, I got a killer bonus that's of one of the other companies I own that's super, super valuable that's going to work with that. But I do want to say, you go back to, okay, what's the value of this software? I got to pull my PowerPoint back up, so I do have to show you this because I've kind of been hanging you out to dry on this for just a second. So let me go make sure share screen. So do you guys see the slide that says, remember the 26-year-old kid that closed the $150,000 deal?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the value to him? Right? What was the value for him using this tool and these strategies for him? Right? His life changed. His life changed. And I'm going to tell you why I know how his life changed. Very personal, right? Because he got the $150,000 contract to sell the website. He got a $5,000 a month consulting fee. He owns equity in the deal. And I got to tell you, in fair disclosure, right? I got to tell you, this is my son. I read the contract. I was there when he reviewed the contract. I was there when he signed the contract because this is my son. And so here's a picture of my son. Now, that's him sitting at the closing table. Now, I don't know if you've ever been at a closing table where you're closing a six-figure deal, but see those papers out in front of him? There was 4 separate documents. The guy that bought this website from him is a multi-millionaire. Matter of fact, he started 2 billion-dollar companies. And he probably spent 10 grand just on the legal work to have the documents drawn up. That smile on my son's face, that's what you call a $150,000 life-changing smile. Because now he's not only got the $150,000, he got the $5,000 contract, and he owns equity. He's business partners with a multi-millionaire out of Rancho Santa Fe, and he's business partners with Mike Huckabee and Mike Huckabee's son. And talk about a proud dad. Now let me come back to me so you can see the expression on my face, because as a proud dad, I'm like, dude, that's awesome. I'm like so jealous of my son I can't even see straight, right? But how cool is that? Now, am I saying that's going to happen to you? No, right? I'm not saying that's going to happen, but the possibility is, because when you're going after these whales that Facebook shows you how to do and what to do, you can find somebody that can change your life. Take your internet marketing to a completely different level. When you get somebody who's got 10 million, 5 million, 20 million fans, and they partner with you, it's unbelievable what can happen. Okay, so you got any questions? Anybody have any questions on that and the software and the package and the training?
Hey, I was just wondering if we actually had a comment. Tara, I just sent you a link. She has an amazing story that she just shared. And Tara, if you want to go ahead and click on that link and join us here on the webinar, or I'm saying webinar, on the Hangout, go ahead and click on that link and we'll bring you on it in just a minute.
Oh, we're going to bring someone on. That's cool. So there's going to be like 5 little windows down there. I love it. How many people could we get on here? Do you know what's the...
we've done it. We were kind of just throwing it out there one day. We're like, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a try. We threw it in the comment stream at the bottom.
So everyone had the link.
Yeah, we just let everybody have at it. And we said, look, come on in, ask your question, and try to pop out real quick, because you can put up to 9 people at the bottom.
9, okay.
Yeah, so if you do come in and if you do something like that, you want to ask people to mute up, because you don't want people jumping in and making a lot of noise. But generally, Google will mute them as they come in as well.
Gotcha.
Well, let's do that.
This is so smooth. I mean, let me just make an observation for a second. I would venture a guess that 95% of my audience right now has never seen anything like this. I mean, just what they're looking at on their screen right now is like super cool. I mean, look, someone just popped in, like, hey, join us. This is awesome.
Okay, so we're going to give it to you, and then I'm going to move into Plan B, or Part B of this whole thing. But go ahead, Tara, and tell us what you wanted to say. Oh, no sound. We can't hear you.
You're muted. Do you see your microphone with the line through it, maybe?
I think it automatically mutes you when you pop in.
All right.
There you are. Yeah.
So I had shared just a story myself. I was recently on a business radio show called School for Startups. And so I used FB Leads yesterday to reach out to 4 different Facebook pages with audiences related to startups. And I simply messaged the page owners and said, hey, I saw your page. It looks like you've got a great following there, an active engagement level. I thought you might be interested in this episode I did on monetizing your blog on School for Startups. And I just sent them the link. This morning I had responses from 2 of them saying that they were checking out the radio broadcast. They plan on sharing the link to their audiences in the next couple of days. Now, the listening audience for School for Startups was 20,000 people, so a nice-sized audience. With the 2 different pages who have both said that they're interested in promoting links, one of them, the combined total following is 142,000 people, with an active engagement level of 17,000 people. So between the 2, I almost doubled the listening audience, or the prospective listening audience, by sending out 4 messages.
That's beautiful. I love it.
I love it. I love it.
Hey, Jerry, help me out here. That was a great story, but I was noticing like 30 seconds ago audio on her as she was speaking. What could she have done to make that cleaner for us? I mean, I heard her fine, but did you hear that? Or was I the only one hearing that?
The audio in the background, it sounds like there's somebody playing the actual Hangout in the background. Like if this, like I just pulled it up right here. This Hangout is actually playing, but I have no sound on. I think I hear a Hangout playing in the background.
So she could have muted her Hangout, and then if we wouldn't have heard that.
Yeah, because she's actually here.
Right.
And she's actually here. Has anybody watched Spaceballs where they stop in the middle of the movie and he says, rewind it, we're here, there, you just missed it? That's what's going on right now.
Okay. You see what I'm saying?
It's just a matter of...
You want to mute your other... Yeah, it's kind of like calling into a radio program. You turn your radio down.
Bingo.
Is that it?
Bingo.
Okay, cool.
Exactly. And what was just shared here was amazing because the radio show got many more viewers, right? Many more listeners, I should say. What we're doing right now, and what Greg's going to kind of segue into here, dovetail into, is the ability for you to simulcast this presentation or Greg's sales presentation onto your own fan page and then use some of these same strategies to increase the attendance of the people that are watching this on your fan page so you collect all the likes, leads, and all the sales for yourself. And I like to call that you're the list, like you're a little bit of a list guardian at that point because
and you're spilling the beans too early.
No, this is good stuff.
It was a perfect time.
This is awesome.
That's good. Well, thanks, Tara, for that testimony, and I'll expect a really clean video testimony that we can use on our website. And you're awesome. She's been engaged in our private mastermind. Well, that's the other thing, too. For your measly $97, you get the software, you get the training, and you get invited to our private mastermind group with people like Tara. We're sharing ideas, we're sharing what's working, and it just makes everything better. And I promise you the price is going to go up. It's going to go to a monthly. We're going to separate the training from it. And this is probably the last hangout and the last price we'll ever offer at that price because it's going really, really well. So let's segue into part 2. So based on this and based on the success we had with the Jim Cockrum and other people out there that are highly trusted internet marketers that understand this and they just their ears perk up, this is so unique, so different. I promise you we're training and teaching something that's never been done before because you couldn't because of the technology. We're going to start and adding to, we're going to create another product. It's called Facebook Affiliate Revolution. Facebook Affiliate Revolution. And with our partnership and with what we're doing with 22 Social, we're going to start training. I mean, and I'm talking blueprint, step by step. You will not miss anything training on how you can leverage FB Lead Finder and our lead generation software as with 22 Social's software, so where you can broadcast these hangouts on your fan page. Now, there's a million different things to do, but I'm going to hit a couple highlights. One is you have a database, right? And you want to email and you want to market something to a database as an affiliate marketer. Typically, you email it to their page. They have an opt-in page. People opt in. Then they try to sell. And you do that 5 or 6 times, your list is just trash because it's been opted in and they're getting emails from all over the place. Well, the new strategy is you're going to create a fan page on your Facebook, tied to your Facebook. Then what you're going to do is you're going to use 22 Social's technology to stream our sales material, whether it's a hangout or a sales video, to your fan page. You're going to use this technology to create, and I'm going to have Jerry show you exactly what we're talking about in a second now. But we're going to use this technology to create your own list. So now you're sending people, whether it be PPC, Facebook, engagement and conversation strategies, email marketing strategies, however you're driving traffic, Craigslist, all the traffic driving strategies, you're going to take them to your fan page, and they're going to opt in on your fan page, and you're going to build a list whether they buy the product or not. This has never been done before. Okay, you cannot. I can't. And Jim, you have to help me, Cochran, if I'm saying this right, because to me, I get it, and it's like it's so revolutionary to me.
Language that might help, and correct me if I'm wrong in any aspect of this. But my audience knows and expects I only promote very few things. I use numbers like I'll get 100 things. People like you, for example, Greg and Jim Moore would come to me, hey, with this Facebook lead finder thing, it's awesome. Well, I'll go through a very extensive process of evaluating whether I think it's awesome or not. And let's say I come to the conclusion that it is, which is, 1 out of every 15 to 20 products I see even makes it through the first level of my filter. 1 out of every 50 actually gets promoted like this. But let's say I decide to promote it. Well, next what happens is a negotiation where I say, well, okay, how are we going to do this? And typically your answer is, well, send a bunch of people to our sales letter. And while you're doing that, we're going to grab all these email addresses from those people, and we're going to market all kinds of other stuff to them. And that doesn't make me very happy. It doesn't make my audience very happy. But a lot of times that's the only deal on the table, and sometimes the deal dies because of that. Because I can't keep my audience guarded from whatever else you might tell them in the future. So I'm not sure if I want to do it or not now. What you're saying is I can promote this without giving you guys any leads. It's
right.
If they buy it, they stay on my list.
Right.
It's like I'm selling the product myself versus sending someone to another page to buy.
Right.
Which is, it makes it more of a no-brainer for me. You've got to create a killer presentation today, right now, or you guys don't get anything. You're not getting a bunch of leads out of this today, for example.
Right.
You guys have nothing unless you demonstrate the product very, very well, and people say, yeah, I want it. How's that?
No, I like that. That's great. And then look at that. So you're the expert. You're the one that creates content. You know how to
I'm the gatekeeper.
You're the gatekeeper. You create funnels that convert. And I'm a newbie, and I want to make money, and I want to promote you. Well, I go promote you, and they opt into your list, and they do your stuff, and then you pay me at some point. But what if I could do the exact same thing, but they opt into my list? So I'm leveraging you, and I'm promoting you, right? And I'm promoting your expertise, but I'm coming to my fan page. So now there's that implied relationship, and that builds my credibility, and I'm building my list, and when they buy from you, I make money as well. So now it's a great way. Now, again, you do not need a website to do this. This technology eliminates the need for a website. You don't need a website. Everything is done on Facebook. Now let's come back just a second. So let's talk about Google Hangouts for a second. Everybody knows that webinars, anybody in the affiliate marketing world knows that webinars work to sell products. Just like today, if you've listened to us for an hour, there are people going right now and buying this software. Why? Because you've taken the time, your valuable time, to really do your due diligence on what this is and what it's about, and you're going, that either works for me, it doesn't work for me. Whereas if you only spent 5 minutes with me, it's not going to happen. So the reason webinars and stuff work is because you're allocating time to really get a handle on what the benefits are for you and the value is for you. So what if you could compound that on Hangouts? Now again, have you ever heard of a Hangout, Jim Cochran, or Jerry, or Jim Orr, where there was 100,000 people on one webinar? Have you ever heard that ever happening?
Never.
Okay.
No, 15,000 is the most for a webinar.
Now, I am leading the revolution along with Jerry. We are going to be holding Hangouts a year from now and 2 years from now with 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, and I'm even going to try to do some crazy, stupid, big, hairy, audacious goal. I want to get 1 million people on a Hangout before the end of this year. Right, and let me just share with you what that's about, because this again, I got to share it. So I'm going to launch a campaign in November, and it's going to be called the Keep Christ in Christmas campaign. And I'm a Christian. I wear my Christianity on my sleeve. This is what it is, and I want to get more traffic to my faith-based websites. I want to build a bigger list of faith-based Christians and stuff. So I thought, I could do a Hangout, and I could do it in all religions, all churches, all different sects, and whether you're Baptist or Episcopalian or whatever, everyone can get behind keeping Christ in Christmas, right?
You said all religions. You meant all denominations, probably. I don't imagine many Muslims are going to show up. So I've got a lot of them in my audience. And with all due respect, right now, I mean, I wear my Christianity on my sleeve as well. In my audience, I've either scared away everyone who's not comfortable with that at this point, or they've come to figure, you got to put up with that a little bit sometimes with Jim. Non-Christians, of course, are welcome. But when you start sharing your heart, you can't help but get out what you believe and what you're all about. Come one, come all. But yeah, I love where you're going. You told me this story. Keep going. Didn't mean to interrupt there. Sorry,
No,
Greg.
okay, so let me share my screen for just a second. See, so tell me that you can see my FB Lead Finder screen again. You guys see the FB Lead
There it
Finder
is.
up?
Yep, it's up.
Okay, so I'm on the Jesus tab, and again, you've got 23 million likes for Jesus Daily, you got 5 million likes for Jesus Loves You, and again, you got 6 million engagement, 1 million engagement. Do you think it's reasonable that I could go and private message these people and say, look, I'm launching a big campaign where we're going to have a 4-hour hangout, and my goal is to have the world's largest hangout with the most attendance ever about keeping Christ in Christmas. I'm going to invite pastors all over the world, South Africa and Indonesia and Philippines, to come on for 5 or 10 minutes and tell what keeping Christ in Christmas means to them, to their church and their congregation. I'm going to leverage my relationships through my son, Mike Huckabee, big Christian, former pastor, and I'm going to invite Joel Osteen and Rick Warren and Joyce Myers and the biggest pastors in the world. I can't promise you they'll come on, but I'm going to do a 4-hour hangout, and all we're going to do is talk about keeping Christ in Christmas for 4 hours, and I'm going to invite every single one of these fan pages, all 500 of them, and not only am I going to do it for Jesus, I'm going to do it for church, I'm going to do it for Catholics, I'm going to do it for Baptists, I'm going to search everyone, and I'm going to invite every single one of them to stream this live on their fan page. And get their fan page more engagement, get their fan page more likes, and everything comes back to their fan page.
Hey, let me make a clarifying comment here right now. You're not talking about contacting the millions of people on these lists. You're talking about contacting the gatekeeper for each of these lists and asking permission if they would please promote it. For example, over the next 6 days, 10 to 15 different times, would you please drop this link into your feed so that we can see as many people as possible join us on this nonprofit event, right?
Yep,
I mean,
exactly.
Beautiful. And you hire maybe someone to do it for a few bucks an hour, an outsourced worker or something, and you hit them all.
Hit them all.
You're
And
going
then,
to have a lot of people show up to this thing.
well, you think about just Jesus Daily. If Jesus Daily has 6 million people engaged on their fan page right now, in sharing and liking all that kind of stuff, they might be able to bring 100, 200, 300,000 people to a live hangout the minute they post it to their page, like instantly that many people. Now, here's the other thing, too, and I'm going to let Jerry expand on some of this stuff, but mobile, it shows up on your iPad, shows up on your phone, right through this stuff. So Jerry, let's do this. Let me throw it off to you.
Hey, that's me. Oh, that's you.
You talk about that. Let's focus on the simulcasting on the Hangouts, and then I also want you to touch on what we talked about earlier about you could even take my sales video from fbleadfinder.com. You could take that sales video, create a page with your app, and then create your own sales page on FB Lead Finder. So I want you to cover the two things. I want you to cover the simulcast and really kind of answer that. Maybe we can see if there's any questions on that, and then talk about how they can create pages and show the stuff on 22 Social and give them a quick little demo. And then with that, then we'll wrap up with how we're going to get you guys involved in the Facebook affiliate revolution, and then we'll do the Q&A, and we'll invite anybody on to come on to ask questions.
Okay, great. Well, I'll take a couple minutes just to summarize what I feel about FB Lead Finder, how we're using it, and then I'll take about 5 minutes. I'll log into 22 Social, show everybody the importance of it and how it works, and we'll go from there. All right, so FB Lead Finder, here's how I look at it, everybody. Basically, Facebook has a search engine which is built to serve Facebook. Greg has created a search engine built to serve you, the marketer, and so that allows you to find the best information out there, the best leads for you to communicate with them. Now, we're using this, or us personally, we can go to any of these large pages that do Facebook marketing, and we can say, hey, if you install our app on your page and you make sales, we'll give you a percentage of that. You can do that almost with any product. We're also using it to get into the Spanish market. I noticed a comment on that, and we're looking for leaders in social media in the Spanish market, and it makes it very easy for us to do that. And so we're just getting into FB Lead Finder. If somebody's not using it, you're going to be at a major disadvantage. And when you're using that tool, you want to remember two things. All fan page owners, especially if they have a lot of likes on the page and a little bit of engagement or even a lot of engagement, what they don't have is usually they can't monetize it. Now I'm looking at a comment over here that says, after many years of having a Facebook presence with fan pages, I have not seen Facebook monetizable. And I sat at a huge conference, a huge social media conference. I don't want to mention the one or the person who said it, but the person said, social media isn't meant to drive sales. I grabbed Renee, the CEO's leg right next to me, and I squeezed it. He went, ah! And people looked around because we've had over 13,000 transactions all through Facebook in 90 days, not using a website. In fact, if you go to 22social.com, it says we don't need a website to win online, and neither do you. So to answer the question, do you need a website? If you haven't gotten any traction, and it's a pretty controversial topic, if you haven't gotten any traction and you're out there blogging, tweeting, posting, building websites, all this kind of crazy stuff, our message is stop that and start in Facebook. Start with a fan page because that's a website in the most fertile ground in the world right now.
Jerry, could I state that in a way that my audience is familiar with?
Please, please.
I've said it in the last 5 years. I've said it 100 times, if not more. Don't build a product. Don't build a website. Don't start with the offer. Start by finding your audience. And what Facebook has done for us, handed to us on a silver platter, is said, hey, here's 1 million audiences that are interested in different niche topics, that are talking about them right now. They're passionate about them. Take your pick. That's what I'm hearing right now. So finally, instead of having to just pound away searching Google trying to find the popular blogs or whatever, Facebook is where everyone is. It's the second monitor on, how many of our desktops, I mean, that's why we bought the second monitor. I mean, we just watch Facebook all day. It's almost an addiction problem right now. It's a huge, huge opportunity for us. That's where the audiences are. So if you're going to start with the audience, which has been my advice, like I said, for years, it's how I start every project I get involved with. When people call me up and they say, hey, Jim, will this sell on the internet? I say, where's your audience? So they've handed it to us, right?
Yeah.
I just want to reinforce what you're saying in the language that my audience is used to hearing.
I appreciate that. And I look at it the same way. All marketing, in my opinion, boils down to list building and the ability to access a list. Now, if you don't have your own list, you have to pay to access somebody else's, whether that's a radio spot, a TV spot, whether it's a share in an e-zine post, or you're paying Google or Facebook for advertising, you're paying to access their list. The fastest, easiest way to create instant business on demand is only one way, and that's to have your own list. Now, if you have all these other lists, like Greg has given you access to find all these other lists, your goal is to partner in JV with them so you can siphon off the people that are interested in your product and create your own list, your own relationship. That way, when you press a button, you can create instant business on demand, and people are coming to you with their product, and suddenly you're in the driver's seat. So I'm going to get into 22 Social. I'm going to share a screen. So, Greg, if you can blue box me, so make sure everybody can see my screen. I'm actually going to log in right now. And I'm going to build a page, and I'm going to show you how to add it to a fan page, and I'm going to simulcast the event that we're on right now. Jim, if you could do me a favor, if you can put the link to this hangout. Oh, actually, no, you know what? I'm just going to use Greg's feed ID. Forget it. I don't even need that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now.
Okay, and while he's doing that, this is how simple and easy this is. Watch this. This is simple and easy to do.
This is the page that we're on right now. If I was to play this, I mean, this is what we're seeing right now. I'm just going to go into, let's say, Cindy's Flowers, like a local business. It's really easy to set up a fan page. To make it look good, all you need is a logo or an image of you, and you need a header. That's it. What I recommend
on Fiverr $5 to do that, right? I mean,
yeah, Fiverr is a great place. If you want to use 99 designs, if you want to do it yourself, there's a site called pickmonkey.com. That's also really good. But anyway, you just have to do that, put a unique selling proposition. And what we do is we add these apps, and the apps go here and there, basically like tabs inside your website. Look at your fan page as a searchable website inside the largest social graph in the world. And this is your blog down here. You can communicate with people, but the thing here and why it's hard to monetize this is there's so many ways off of this page that you don't get paid. All these links. We help you to create an environment inside Facebook that you control. So I'm going to add a tab to this, and I'm going to show you how that works right now. I'm just going to go over to our wizard. Now, whether you're starting for the first time, you just got 22 Social, or you haven't, you click create, and you have it already, and click create a page, you're going to be on our 3-step wizard. This is the first step, and you see I already have Cindy's Flowers here in Seattle. I could select any page from any of the pages that I'm admin of, but I'm just going to put it on that page. So one click, I click next. Now I can put in my email address. I can put in a phone number. I can edit this at a later date. If you're a local business, you can put this. It'll link to a Google map. I'm just going to go ahead and click next. Now, the type of page, I can select the type of page. And this is really just to help us, and if there's a template in here, it may be in this section. But you can just go ahead and click Create a Page. It's going to land you on our default page. I'm not sure. I probably have to reload this. Hold on. I had this sitting here for a while. Here we go. Just do that again. I'm not sure what I had. Let me just move through that. Yeah, I had that sitting there for a while, so I'm not sure which screen I had. Might have been there from yesterday. So I just refreshed the page, and I just went through the 3-step wizard 2 times. So that's how long it takes to build a page. And right now it's adding this to Cindy's Flowers in Seattle, and it's going to land us on our default page. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Cindy's Flowers. I'm going to refresh it. I'm going to show you what happened. You see we added this little crown right here, and we can edit that picture in that tab, and we can edit the words here. But when you click that, you go through to this page here. And this is the page, that the environment that you control. So you can edit all of this, change all the colors, and do all of that. The black area up here is what you see. Now if I wanted to edit the content, I would say, let's say live right now. Live right now. Click preview, and you see how easy that was? Now if I click save, it's saved to the web. And if anybody wants to see this page, whether they're on their mobile device or in Facebook right now, you can go to 22s.com/Rocco/19721. And as I change this page, you can see it changing in real time. So if I wanted to change the style, like make it red, I can just do that. You see how it's changing at the same time down here? Or let's just say I want to make it blue or like a dark color. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time doing that, but you can see how easy it is to customize the page, change the text to white. And I'm just going to click save, and now I'm going to actually put a different media in here because this is just loaded with our default video. So I would click content, and now I can click text media, and now I can put in my own hangout. I can put a Vimeo video, a YouTube video. I can pull any of the photos from my fan page, my albums, and it'll populate in that section. Or I can use a media feed like Greg's, which is what's your media feed?
It is 223009.
223009. So that's the feed from Greg's page. And this page has a feed right up top here too. Every page has a feed. Okay? And now if we pull Greg's media feed, it's going to pull this video, this hangout that we're on right now. So this is just what I just did, right? Pretty crazy. Not only that, it also pulled all the comments. How much is 22 social? Well, Roxanne, I'm glad you asked. I'm actually going to get to that in a minute. Let me show you a couple more things. But you see how I pulled all the comments. So if you just started a page, like this page didn't exist a couple of seconds ago, right now it exists, and I invited people to this page, what's going to happen is they're going to see a live presentation, and if I wanted to change the call to action right now, this is just the default. I'll show you how to do that. You click buttons. You click maybe add to cart for whatever affiliate link you're using. You just put the affiliate link right here. Click preview, click save, and that's it really. I mean, you can change the media, you can change the colors, you can change the text. Now, what's really cool about this is when I click add to cart, what's happening is it's going to send me over to that redirect link, right? But what happened here behind the scenes is we call this SRM. It's a Social Relationships Manager. Is my Facebook verified and authenticated information? I mean, the information I give to Facebook, which is real, my real email address, where I live, my birthday, what I did, when I did it, a link to my profile, all get captured right back here. So you can get to know your prospects on a relevant, like a really relevant basis. Communicate with them in a timely and a welcome kind of messages because you can learn a lot about them. For the advanced users, you can easily add tracking. You can also, add your own CRM, like if you have Aweber, GetResponse, or anything
and
like
I did
that.
that, Jerry. I used that. I didn't set it up until I'd been promoting this event today for a couple days. But I went in, I created a new email list in Aweber, which anyone who's heard my training about Aweber marketing or email marketing, Aweber is the tool I use. So it took me maybe 2 minutes, and then everyone who said, yeah, I want to be at this event, they were added to my email list. And I've got a list now of everyone who clicked that link. I've already generated a list from this event.
Cool.
But you could have any action item there, get my free report, or get my free video series training, whatever. Get a coupon if it's a flower shop, right?
Yeah.
You can have all kinds of actionable items there. Simple stuff.
Actually, I have we do a hangout every Tuesday. This is a site we built as a part of our Joda Pro, and this person didn't have a product before, he came on our show, and we're like, well, what do you like to do, Sean? He's, well, I'm just by nature, everybody's coming to me as a vegan coach because that's what I'm known for, and I'm just becoming a coach. So he's giving away, well, actually, I believe this is a $4.97 product, which they buy through PayPal. I'll just click on it. Once they buy this through PayPal. See, I see the dashboard. This is just an image. That's it. Once they buy this through PayPal, they get redirected over to another offer for private coaching, which is just another one of their tabs. So basically what we're doing is we're reinventing sales funnels inside Facebook, and now they can buy this private coaching, which after the private coaching, they buy it, they get pushed over to another page for a private chef too. So he's continually upselling.
I didn't even know this. I'm connecting dots. I'm putting 2 and 2 together, right? As
Yeah.
22 Social is fond of saying. One of the things that confounds so many of my readers and students is like, hey, I've got an idea for a product, but I'm stumped by the whole build a sales page, build a sales letter, get your affiliate marketing in place, get your, all those different steps. This takes so many of those steps and makes them wizard click simple. Plus, you get the benefit of you're on Facebook. I mean, you're not out here in some random web location where you're going to have to try to drive traffic. You're going where the traffic is, as I've been saying for 12 years now. That's why I started out on eBay. You go where the traffic is and set up shop. You don't set up in the middle of the desert. So this is beautiful. I mean, the possible applications, especially as you guys continue to add features and benefits here, it's incredible. So I'm getting more excited as I'm learning here. I've got all kinds of ideas for how I'm going to use this thing. So this is awesome, Jerry.
Cool. Thank you. So if you don't have content, the cool thing is that you can use someone like Jim's content or Greg's content, so you don't even have to come up with this media section at all. You just need to put your own call to action in there and invite people. And it's easy to invite people because you can create a Facebook event and then invite all your friends to the event. And then that actually serves as it's actually kind of like a group, but you don't get to choose who comes in and out. So you can communicate through the event. So that's just another way of pushing notifications and driving people to this media. Now, if you want to create like a sales page, like a lot of people say, how do I create my own images in sales page? Well, you can put your own image in the media section. But for me and Greg, I know, and Jim, we're all internet marketers here. What I'm seeing a lot of people do is it's just about a really plain page, maybe not even a headline, but a plain page with a video and a buy button, maybe some Facebook comments. And that's what we've given everybody the ability to do really, really quick. Some of my secrets, I'm just going to give away a couple of secrets right now for building my videos. What we do is we write a script. I use Google Docs. I write my script first, then I go to Fiverr.com, and I get somebody to read my script because I'm not good at it. And then I get them to do it, and it's a lot less painful for $5 a minute. It just is. So I do that. I get that audio back. Then I go to audiojungle.com or .net, Audio Jungle, and I buy myself some audio for $15. I put those two tracks together. I use Camtasia, and you can get a 30-day free trial or use whatever it is. That's the hard part. Those are the things that anyone can do. They can write a script, they can get a voiceover, they can buy music. Now you got to find somebody to take those audios and put it next to even just a plain old PowerPoint. Or I'm starting to experiment with Prezi right now. If you can't put the video together, that's the only piece that you need somebody else for. And then that's it. Put it on YouTube and you're done. Put a buy button.
You can find someone on Odesk for $20 that will do that for you. I promise. It'll take you about 10 minutes. Odesk.com. I mean, I use them all the time. I've got great help there for all kinds of things. So, yeah, that's beautiful.
And the one thing that I've noticed a couple of comments here that people aren't really fully getting it. Well, one of the things we did in our own FB Lead Finder group page that we have that anyone that joined, signs up today will get access to. We told them about this event a week ago. And so what a lot of them did is they went out and built their own fan page using 22 Social. They put our feed, we gave them the feed number, and they're broadcasting this on their fan page, not this one you're looking at now. And it looks exactly the same, except when you click the buy button down below, it's going to their affiliate link. And so they're going to be cashing in on the work that we're doing right here.
And they could play this recording in the same fashion.
Absolutely, yeah.
And do the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, and let me jump in here. So again, we can't like go over every little nuance and every little thing, and that's what the Facebook affiliate revolution is all about. And so what we decided to do was add the FB Lead Finder software, all of the training for FB Lead Finder, all the kind of stuff, and then the Facebook affiliate revolution for $297. So when you hit the add to cart, you go there, you're going to have a choice. Do you want just the software, or do you want to be part of the Facebook affiliate revolution? Now here's what I can promise you. Everybody who knows Jim Cockrum, you've been following him for years. He's a trusted internet marketer. You understand he's looking out for your interest. You see, he's learning stuff today that he didn't know. It's deep and it's deep and it's deep. But I promise you this, I think this is a game changer. I think this is a major, major game changer. And I think when people did product launches and they did the, Jim Orr, and actually you too, Jim Cockrum, you guys were involved in Traffic Geyser's launch. I think they did $9 million in what, 10 days or something.
Yeah, 9.5.
I think those days are going to come back on Facebook, where we're launching stuff with 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 people on a hangout, introducing a new concept, a new product. And here's what I'm saying. I want to lead that revolution. I want you to join us. Jim's in, Jerry's in. We're going to create step-by-step blueprint checklists. We're going to make it so simple, easy. You could give it to your virtual, which is how I like to want to do things. Here, give this to your virtual assistant. Do this. I don't want to do it, right? I've exactly how to set up these pages, how to become an affiliate marketer, and I got to say this too as a side note. I love affiliate marketing, and it's one thing I love to teach. I love to share with my friends, my kids. I make between $6,000 and $10,000 a month affiliate marketing part-time. I love it, and I think it's the world's best business for and I'm really passionate about moms and work-at-home moms and that kind of stuff. I have this idea that we need to help them make more money, and people around the world. Affiliate marketing's the best because they don't have to have merchant accounts. They don't have to have hosting accounts. They don't have to ship a product. They don't have to do customer service. We're set up to do that. Jim Cockrum's set up to do that. So now with Facebook, you don't, and again, going back to, you don't need a website anymore, which means you don't have hosting fees. You don't have to pay HostGator. You don't have to pay GoDaddy. You don't have to pay a webmaster to do this kind of stuff. This is simple, dead simple, easy. And with me and Jim and the other people that are pros making videos, writing content, creating swipe copy, you can just take that, put it on your fan page, and do a little bit of human capital, a little good old roll up your sleeves and put some work into it, drive traffic, build a list, and become an internet marketer and make money and participate. And again, this is so, I mean, Jim, you kind of getting it. It's like literally I could take your sales copy for anything you've promoted, build a page, put it on my page, and build a list marketing your stuff.
Yeah, which anyone has free reign to do, by the way. I've got affiliates all over the world who sell my stuff and make good money doing it. They leverage my credibility and the quality of the products, and they put it on their own website typically. Well, now what they could do, someone who's paying attention right now, connecting the dots, putting two and two together, right? You could do the same thing on a Facebook page. Like, for example, one of my best-selling courses right now, Proven Amazon course. It teaches people how to sell physical product using Amazon's fulfillment centers, which are going up all over the world. Huge business model, huge opportunity. A lot of people making a lot of money, but the course is pretty easy to sell. We've got some incredible success stories, so why not take some of that content, take some of the testimonials, put it on a Facebook page, put your affiliate link in there, drive some traffic to it using all these Facebook groups that you can easily find now of people who are interested in making money from home or selling on Amazon or easy business models or whatever. And you could be growing your own mailing list while you're doing it. So it's phenomenal. It gets me excited again about affiliate marketing, which I haven't been teaching a lot of lately because the old models just don't work that well. Unless you have your own audience, I'm not all that excited about affiliate marketing. But this presents the audiences to you on a silver platter again, which we haven't had ever, really. It's been a lot of work to find audiences up until Facebook kind of created the, here's your menu of audiences. Which one would you like to communicate with today? I mean, it's never been that simple before.
Yep. It's just awesome. And I'm going to pull up and share my screen real quick again just to kind of show you guys a little recap.
I got a question here real quick. Can I answer this one?
Sure.
About affiliate marketing like Amazon products and on our Joda Pro, where we take people without business ideas, and we turned the business idea into something in our Hangouts. One of them was Stephanie, and she was a yoga instructor. And one of the ideas we gave her was, how do you keep your page fresh every single week? Well, go buy a new product every single week. It could be Amazon or whatever. Buy a $9 or $10 or maybe $100 product, and then use it for a week and review it at the end of the week. And do an honest review of the product, a live honest review on Google Hangouts, and leave the link, the Amazon link at the bottom.
The affiliate link.
Yeah, the affiliate
to the product, assuming you liked it.
Yeah, it's just review marketing. People have made a fortune doing it, already on YouTube.
That's beautiful.
But now we can do it live, and these are automatically recorded. Not only they automatic. I don't want to get into give away too much of the secrets you have in the back, Greg. But when you do live Hangouts, they actually index higher on Google than videos, and then you can go back in and also do some SEO magic to them. That's not just the title, the tags, and the description, but there's also a couple of other things you can do to Hangouts to make them pop up on
so you
search
get some
engines.
Google love when someone goes into Google and says, "Hey, I want to buy that new vacuum cleaner from company XYZ." You're going to be in the top. You're more likely to be in the top few results. They watch your video, they click the link, which is an affiliate link to Amazon. Boom. I got you. That's
not
beautiful.
Not only that. If you fangate the page, now they have to actually like your page first. So you're building that first layer of a list. Because people who like your page, if you fangate anything, like you can fangate this live presentation, anyone can. And by fangating something, if I like your page, there's a chance that my fans, it's going to pop up on my wall. My friends are going to see it, and they might go, "Hey, who's Jim?" And they go over to your page, and that cycle happens. So
we've seen a lot of that for this event. People have no idea who they are. All of a sudden, they're well, this is awesome. They're referring 30 people to this event that I don't even know who these people are.
Fangate is like fireworks going off at the beginning of your event. As the opposite of a webinar, you get 30% of the people who register for your webinar to show up. Here we usually get 300%.
And they slowly drop off as the event goes on.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas
These
here
are going up.
the numbers are going up the whole time.
Not only that, we can see minute by minute how many people are on it. There's a lot of cool things.
That's all in the training. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool things. Where were we going right before that? I'm sorry.
Affiliate marketing, Amazon.
I was going to show my screen real quick, but I decided, the bottom line is that we're coming up on
it's been an hour and a half.
An hour and a half. So I know that if you guys want to hang on, we'll start asking some questions, getting you guys to pop on here. And I definitely wanted, and I wanted to do some searches with FB Lead Finder for people listening in. I completely forgot that. But this is live, man. This is live TV. I love this stuff.
Flaws and all.
This is going to be replay. So that's the other thing I love about Google Hangouts. Literally, the minute we end this, Google's got their technology so fast now. Within like 3 to 4 minutes, it's already a replay on the same page. So on Jim Cockrum, on your Hangout page, and on Jerry's Hangout page, and all the other people that are simulcasting this is up for replay instantly. I don't have to go download this file, upload this file, edit this file, do that file. It just boom, replays up. It's there. Buy links are still in place. I'm still getting orders from a replay video that I did with Jerry. When did we do ours? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? When did we do ours, Jerry?
I think it was about 3 weeks ago. Yes, our sales are still coming in from us, and that's just in a back office somewhere too.
Yeah. So if you guys like the 22 Social, at the very bottom of this page you're looking at, you can get your 22 Social, and if you're on Jim Cochrum's page, he's going to get credit for it as an affiliate. If you're on my page, you're going to get credit for it. If you're on any one of the 10 or 15 people that are simulcasting it, they're going to get credit for it. And so that's proof pudding that we've invited people here. We're selling stuff, and you're getting credit for it. It's really, really the win-win-win for everybody. And what I'm asking you and saying to you is, if you're interested in being involved in the Facebook affiliate revolution and you want the software, go make that. Again, it's a measly $297. And again, we're going to make this a membership site. Right? It's going to be a monthly membership. But here's what I think that you're going to benefit.
But not right now. It's a $297 one time for people today. But it will eventually be a monthly rebill thing. You're saying, right? I'm with you.
And then what we're going to do is, because we're leading the revolution, because we're committed to this, we're going to give you the leading edge strategy. We're going to train you exactly on how to do this, give you all the tools on how to do this. And fast forward, if you're the visionary like I am, you fast forward a year from now and you say, wow, these guys leading this revolution. What if, right? Imagine if they bring in 10,000 affiliates that all jump on this whole strategy of Facebook affiliate revolution, and you were the first ones here. And you have a product or a service that you want to bring into this distribution channel. And through Greg and Jim Cockrum and Jim Orr and Jerry, we have 10,000 affiliates that are all willing to stream something live on their Facebook page if it fits within their niche. And they can bring 10, 20, 50,000 people to a hangout.
Well,
This is the revolution.
Why would they do that, Greg? I don't think we've mentioned it's a two-tier affiliate program, right?
Yep.
So if if big hitters that I invited today that have their own list said, this looks interesting, and they put it up, they get a percent, but I also get a cut too, because I'm the one that brought in the big hitter.
Right.
So that's an additional incentive. It's two-tier. It's not multi-level. It's not a big pyramid thing. It's two-tier, but that's enough for me to be incented to invite in, some big hitters.
Well, and let's say because you're involved with us as one of the first people that we'll call you guys the founding, members to Facebook Affiliate Revolution, and you have a product a year from now, and you go, hey, Greg, can you shoot this out through the Affiliate Facebook Revolution and invite all 10,000 people to promote this or jump on this hangout, right? What's that worth? What's that worth you getting involved now, having the direct ear of me, having the direct ear of Jim Orr, Jim Cockrum, and Jerry to maybe promote something that you create a year from now when this thing really is rock and rolling. And I'm telling you, for people that get this, like Jim Cockrum, internet marketers, this ball is just starting to roll downhill. And it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And Lord willing, I pull off the world's largest hangout with Keep Christ at Christmas, and we get 1 million people on one hangout. We're getting national press. It's going to pick things up. It's just going to expose us even more to this different strategy. And again, Google's serving up the bandwidth. Google's hosting the videos. And can Google handle it? I think they can, right? I think they can. I'm not worried about that. So I see some questions that people are cover the price again. Let me just pull up a screenshot so people can see what we're talking about. Okay, share screen. Okay, can you guys see that screen there? So basically, here's the recap, right? It's a one-time investment of $297. You get the FB Lead Finder software. You get the extensive Facebook training on how to use this software. You get the Mastermind Facebook invitation, and you get the Facebook Affiliate Revolution training that we haven't done that yet. We're going to do that training, and you will be invited, and we're going to charge everybody else just for that. Just for that training will be separate, and then you're going to be grandfathered into the membership site for Facebook Affiliate Revolution as we build this and create this.
On the Mastermind, on the Mastermind Facebook invitation, the one, the fourth arrow down there, excuse me, is that Google Hangout?
That's a private Facebook group. So
it's not live. It's a Facebook group that only those who have the product get into, and then you can discuss, ask you questions and that sort of thing there. I just wasn't sure what was involved with that.
Yep. So that's it. And just so everyone knows, where's my little screen? Let me pull up that screen that says. And of course, like we always do, if you're not happy for any reason, 100% satisfaction, give your money back. So we've been going. Let's go ahead and drop the link out there in the Facebook chat. And anyone who wants to come on and ask us any questions or start drilling us with questions, let's do like 10 minutes, 15 minutes of questions, and then let's call it a day.
While you're doing that, Greg, because it's going to take a minute for everybody to pop in, because they're about 30 seconds behind us, just in the live feed. I want to cover a couple of questions about 22 Social and how that integrates with everything there. 22 Social is just the tool that Greg and Jim are using to simulcast. It's a different program. With 22 Social, the pricing works like this. It's free to build your first page. Now, you get all the awesome features. You can simulcast on that. You can invite people to Facebook from Facebook to your app. The downside of that is, like just about every other app builder, it's not going to be mobile. Our pro version is mobile, so we give you a link like the 22S Smart Link, and that you can advertise across any channel. You can't do that with other apps. So that's why it works on the mobile devices. That's why it works here, and that's why nobody ever has an excuse for missing your event, because you just sent them a Facebook message that they got right away, and they can watch it right here, and they can interact, and they can talk. So it's free for one page. If you want to buy the pro version, is $22 per month, which is the best deal we can give you. And then we give you 30 days to try the pro version for $2. So you can come in, you get one chance to try it for 30 days for $2, and the whole deal is, what I'd really like to see you do is to come in, grab the pro version for $2, and then never give us anything more than $2. And then here's how you do it. You just participate in these hangouts and these simulcasts because they're going to help you to sell products. But if you're on a page, you can be on any one of the 10 pages or more that could be simulcasting this event right now. But what you want to do is you want to go to the bottom and click the button that says click here or 22 social and get started. If you refer 3 people, 3 pro users, yours is free for life. If you refer 3 people at $2, and as long as you have 3 other pro users, whether they're on trial or not, yours is going to be free. So we think that's pretty cool.
That's a great offer.
Yeah, what I think was really cool. I didn't even think about this. We're helping people in Thailand that $2 could be like their week's salary, but now they have a pro version because they have the ability to pay $2, refer 3, and never pay again. And now they're using this top-end technology, simulcasting stuff from the States into their markets. It's pretty cool.
Beautiful.
And we were looking at my stats the other day, Jerry and I were, and I now have, and this has gone up this morning, obviously, because what we're doing right now. But I now have 32 people that have got the app through my link, and I have 11 paying customers. So I got my 3. What was it the other day, Jerry? I had like 12 and 5 or something like that.
I don't remember.
I think I had like 12. I think I had like 12 people that had got the app from my links. I'm not a big internet marketer, and I had 5 people. I had 5 people be paid customers, and he's like, "That's pretty good closing percentage." So.
Yeah, the conversions are pretty high. There's a good question by David. Does the Revolution train for any affiliate program? I can take that answer, and yeah, you can take these concepts, and it doesn't even have to be an affiliate program. This could be your program. You can create some piece of content, protect it, and sell it. You can even go to somewhere like not even ClickBank, but use something like JVZoo, and just by using their tools at JVZoo, you can use PayPal and JVZoo and create your own product, launch it through JVZoo, create your own affiliate offer, and then also use the same process that Greg is going to teach you to launch your product out to your own affiliates. And maybe even if it's a great product, partner with Greg.
Well, and it could be JVZoo, it could be ClickBank, it could be any affiliate marketing program, or it can be individual programs as well. Again, we're going to start with Jim Cockrum stuff, right? And again, I'm just being transparent, right? If I'm going to teach people how to use these tools to do affiliate marketing, I'm going to teach you how to take Jim's Amazon product. I'm going to teach you how to use FB Lead Finder to go find leads and to go find fan pages that you can partner with and joint venture with to drive traffic. We're going to teach you how to set up that page. We're going to teach you where to get his video to build that page. We're going to teach you how to put in your affiliate link on the Add to Cart button. We're going to teach you how to use the tool to build your own database and your own list, marketing our products, right? And then obviously you can take that same knowledge and then go use it with any affiliate product. But we're going to show you the stuff that we're intimately involved with, and then we can intimately give you really good strategies and tactics because we're so familiar with them, right? It's like, hey, Lori asked one question. Let's go ahead and answer this one question with this. Lori said, can you promote physical products like the ones you may see on Amazon? You can promote physical products. Again, going back to the strategies and the groups you find and using the FB Lead Finder tool, it's really about finding that hot, hungry market, finding out where they hang out with, then being strategic and tactical about how you communicate with them and how you share with them and how you provide value to them, and you can sell physical products or drive them to your store. I'm using it. I've tested it, but I'm going to use it in a big way to drive them to our store. We have a store called Be Your Own You. I told you about my girls' apparel line, and I'll type in girls' fashion, girls' apparel, girls' hoodies. I'll look at maybe Hannah Montana, where all these girls hang out, and I'll start seeding and putting pictures and posting stuff and posting comments and driving massive traffic to our store for girls, especially this Christmas. It can be done. So with that, any last comments, Jim Cockrum?
I got to be honest with you. I'm going to be processing this information myself and paying very close attention to the new stuff that's coming out with you guys, because I've already got like 6 or 7 ideas. Like, oh my gosh, I've got to use it for this. I've got my own Mastermind group starting up soon, which I'm going to be using it for that. The endless possibilities here. I would say if people are kind of on the fence on this right now, ask some good questions between now and Monday before the price goes up, before the offer goes away. We're here to help you out, get good answers. But this is an incredible tool. And for $300, it's not going to be, you can't get it again later at that price. You're going to be paying monthly to get access to this stuff. And right now is the time when you can still get Greg's attention. You can get it directly, answers from him on this, on the FB Lead Finder. 22 Socials in its infancy. You can still get Jerry if you need him. But the technology behind these two is just incredible. It's kind of like meeting YouTube when YouTube is first starting to take off. And from my vantage point, this is going to be that big. This is the way products are going to be sold and marketed. Facebook is continuing to grow. People are using it. That's where groups are, and this is your way to market using Facebook. The most powerful way I've seen. I've had a lot of stuff come across my desk. This is the only one that I've found that I'm going to willing to spend time and money and energy training my staff and using myself. So, this is me putting my best foot forward for you guys. If you're watching this, this is really solid stuff. And even if you don't quite grasp it all yet, there's some very creative possibilities here for you, and we're here to help you apply it to whatever it is you're doing or want to do. So that's kind of me wrapping it up. Thank you guys for your time.
Before we go, one thing somebody
Mr.
just reminded me. Greg, you promised everyone a link to the book.
Oh, great! Thank you.
Someone that actually was on at the very beginning here, and kind of called us out on that.
Love it. I'm glad you did. Okay, so here it is: Saving America, One Crowd at a Time. Saving America, One Crowd at a Time. I'm going to go ahead and post in the comments right now the link. You go there. You can get a free electronic version of the book, and you can learn how to raise capital for your business. You can learn how to do crowdfunding. You can learn the language of money. You can learn some venture capital stuff. You can learn glossary of terms. It's an e-copy. And I just ask you, do me a favor, read it. Give me your honest comments, because I'm going to take your comments, and I might alter my book before I actually get it printed and published. So there is Saving America, One Crowd at a Time.
Which I'll just go ahead and give you a plug here, Greg. I don't know how many people here watch that show, Shark Tank TV, but I'll tell everyone here that if everyone that goes on that show spent an hour with Greg before they go on that show, every one of those people would be walking away with a deal.
Thanks. That's funny. And I actually got so mad at Kevin O'Leary one day because he made this entrepreneur cry on national television. This lady, she was crying because he humiliated her. And I went online to blog about it. I'm like, I'm going to give old Kevin a piece of my mind. He embarrassed that poor lady on national television. And I went SharkTankTVShow.com. And there wasn't anything there. So I ended up buying the domain, and for the first season I did video commentary after every show, and some of it's pretty funny. But thank you for that, Jim. So, all right, Jerry, last words from you?
I want to get into the revolution. I think I said that to you this morning, Greg, when you called me. You said, hey, how's everything going? I said, man, I want to join this thing because I believe it's. I mean, if you want to make money, you want to sell products. I mean, this is just the future. I would just jump on, grab on, and just get started. This removes a lot of the technical. It removes a lot of the financial barriers when just getting started online. And so I believe the fastest way to get traction is to use somebody else's content in your list. So that's all I had to say. And Jim, I just want to thank you and the entire audience for spending all this time with us. And I appreciate what you've said about our product, and I don't take that lightly. I'm sure, and I know our team doesn't take that lightly. We're in this to remove the technical and the financial barriers for not only today's entrepreneur to start their business, but also for the thought leaders of today to help spread their ideas. So I appreciate you letting me into your list and to talk to your list and to share our product and our vision. So. Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure. I'm sure we'll be talking again. I mean, you guys are on the cutting edge, and my audience is going to want more of this. There's no question. So
I'm
excited.
To come down.
Hey, great.
Jim,
maybe even in person.
Man.
Yeah.
Why don't you wrap it up here, Jim?
I got it. So I want to say, kind of going off what Jim said, what we're presenting to you is an incredible offer. We hope you take it up on it. If not, that's fine too. We love you anyway. We want to help support you. We're going to be there for you. And let me say this. So what Jim said, there's stuff that we haven't even thought of yet that we're going to be sharing with people. It's going to come that way. But let me do this. I want to say thank you. Your time is valuable. We appreciate it. We appreciate you staying on time. We appreciate you sharing this with your friends. We appreciate you posting and commenting. And so I just want to say thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you becoming a customer. And I always end everything with this. Do what I do. Wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude and tell somebody you love them, and you'll have a better day. So this is Greg Ryder on behalf of the entire team. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jerry. Everyone have a fantastic day. And as Zig Ziglar said, do these things, follow these principles, and I will see you at the top.
All right, goodbye, everyone. Thank you for hanging out.